Both centripetal force and centripetal acceleration are applicable to any object traveling in a circular path. In other words, you can always use this if something is traveling in a circle. Centripetal motion is the motion of a mass traveling in a circle, and centripetal force is the force making the mass travel in a circle. The formula, sum of all the forces mv²/r, also known as centripetal acceleration, sums up how you can find the force. But don't worry, centripetal force isn't something totally new. Like gravity, magnetic force, and tension, centripetal force is just like any other force. From this video, you will be able to find the centripetal force, to find the speed and acceleration of an object traveling in a circle at a constant speed, and you will also be able to determine the period of circular motion. So let's get started. First of all, let's cover some basic definitions. Centripetal force is the net force that must act on an object to keep it in a circular path. Centripetal acceleration is the acceleration that an object must have in order to stay in a circular path. Also, centripetal acceleration does not speed you up or slow you down. Instead, centripetal acceleration changes the direction of the object. The period of circular motion is defined as the time necessary for an object to complete one revolution around the circle. To determine the magnitude of centripetal force, use the formula sum of all the forces equals mv²/r. M is the mass and has a unit of kilograms. Velocity, like any other velocity, has a units of meters per second, and r is the radius, which has units of meters. Centripetal force has the unit of newtons, also known as N. Remember that forces directed into the circle are positive, and forces directed out of the circle are negative. If the force does not point into or out of the circle, don't worry about it, but you can include those forces in the formula sum of all the forces equals ma. Also, remember that possible contributors of centripetal force can be friction, tension, or gravitational force. If an object is moving with constant speed, to find the magnitude of the speed in circular motion, use the formula v equals 2 pi r over t. R stands for the radius and t stands for the period. The units of velocity are meters per second. Conversely, if you rewrite the velocity formula, you can solve for the period of circular motion by using the formula t equals 2 pi r over v. So the last thing for today, the acceleration of circular motion. To find the magnitude of centripetal acceleration, use the formula a equals v²/r, and the units are meters per second squared. It's easy to remember this formula because it comes from sum of all the forces equals ma. And A stands for the acceleration of circular motion, which is v²/r.